The American dream is something that people have been talking about for a time. It is supposed to mean that you can have a life get better over time and have a clear way to become prosperous. What if that is not true anymore? What if the thing that is supposed to keep us safe, the job market, is not just getting worse but actually falling apart? Today we are going to look closely at the uncomfortable truth about the job market in the United States in 2026 and why what you are about to learn could change your financial life in a big way. This is not about numbers, it is about your life, your family, and your ability to feel safe. To be honest, the news is not telling you the whole story. Welcome back to American Finance with Michael, where we try to tell you the truth about money in America without any stuff. If you are new here, please click the notification bell because the information we are sharing today is very important. We have all felt like things are getting tougher, right? The cost of living is going up. Now we are getting worried about our jobs. What if this is not just a temporary problem? What if we are seeing a collapse of the traditional job market that we know? Let us start with the facts. The job market in the United States, which used to be very strong, is now showing some problems. While some official reports might make it look like everything is okay, if you look closer you will see that it is not. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate in June 2026 was 4.2%. That might not sound so bad. If you look deeper you will see that this number is hiding some big weaknesses and a worrying trend of fewer people working, which is supposed to go from 62.5% in 2025 to 61.9% by 2036 according to the CBO. This is not about people choosing not to work, it is about fewer jobs and people feeling unhappy. We have a paradox. The unemployment rate looks low. People are feeling very insecure. Why is that? It is because the way people work is changing. Losing your job used to happen, but now it is happening all the time. In May 2026, 1.1% of people who were working were laid off. Let go, and that number has stayed the same over the past year. Some areas are getting hit much harder. For example, tech companies have had 449 layoffs, which means over 165,000 people lost their jobs in 2026. That is an average of 864 people losing their jobs every day in the tech industry. This is not a small change, it is a big one. So what is causing this collapse? It is not one thing, it is a combination of economic, technological, and societal forces that are coming together to change the way we work. Let us look at the 3 reasons. 1. The AI revolution, the silent job killer. First and most importantly, we have to think about artificial intelligence and automation. For a time we have been hearing that artificial intelligence is taking jobs. Now in 2026, we are really seeing the effects of artificial intelligence. Goldman Sachs research says that artificial intelligence could affect 300 million jobs around the world over the 10 years. The World Economic Forum says that artificial intelligence will replace about 85 million jobs by 2026. These are not simple jobs that artificial intelligence is taking. Artificial intelligence can now do work like analyzing data, creating content, and even making big decisions. These are things that people used to do. Think about all the things artificial intelligence can do. It can handle customer service, look at data, create content, and even help with software development. Artificial intelligence is getting really good at these things. Companies are using artificial intelligence because it helps them work efficiently and saves them money. If a machine can do the work of 10 people all day and all night without getting tired or needing a break, then why would a company want to keep those 10 people working? This is not something that might happen in the future. It is happening now. It is happening faster and faster. Artificial intelligence is changing everything. 2. Economic slowdown and persistent inflation, the squeeze on businesses. The second big thing that is affecting us is the economy. It is not doing well. It is getting worse because of high prices. The economy in the United States did get a little better in the part of 2026. It grew by 2.1%. Which is more than it did in the part of 2025. This is not a strong growth. The Conference Board thinks that prices will keep going up and the economy will not do well. When this happens, people have to spend money on things they need like energy. This means people have money to spend on other things they want. When people do not buy much, businesses have problems. When businesses have problems, they try to save money. The easiest way for them to save money is to have employees. The Federal Reserve is making it harder for businesses to borrow money by keeping interest rates high to fight prices. This makes it hard for businesses to grow. It is like a circle. High prices mean people do not spend as much, businesses get rid of jobs, and then people have even less money to spend. This is very bad for the job market. It affects many areas, like stores and factories. The United States economy is expected to grow by 1.8% in 2026, and more people will not have jobs. These numbers do not mean everything will get bad away, but they do mean it will get harder to find a job. 3. Shifting global supply chains and outsourcing. The race to the bottom. Finally, we cannot ignore the impact of changing supply chains and the ongoing trend of outsourcing. The pandemic showed how vulnerable we are when we rely heavily on one supplier, and many companies decided to find new sources. However, this often means moving production and even service jobs to countries where labor's cheaper. While this might help companies make money, it puts American workers in a tough spot. This isn't about manufacturing jobs anymore. With remote work technology, even high-skilled jobs in IT, customer support, and some engineering roles are being outsourced. Companies always look for ways to save money. If they can find skilled workers for less elsewhere, they will. This keeps pushing wages and job opportunities down in the U.S., making the job market more unstable. The job market is changing fast. We need to think about what this means for workers. When companies move jobs overseas, it affects not the workers who lose their jobs, but also those who are still working. They might have to take pay cuts or work more for money. This makes it hard for people to plan their futures. We need to find a balance between helping companies save money and making sure workers are treated fairly. This might mean finding ways to train workers for different jobs or making sure companies invest in the communities where they operate. It's not a problem to solve, but we need to start thinking about it. What does this mean for you? If the American job market is really falling apart or changing a lot, what does this mean for you, the American worker? It means that the old ways of doing things do not work anymore. If you only know how to do one thing or think you will work for one company your life, you are taking a big risk. The time when you could just sit back and wait for things to happen in your career is over. You need to take action, be able to change, and always be learning things. The jobs that are in the trouble are the ones that are boring and always the same, can be done by machines or can be done by someone else in another country for less money. This includes a lot of office jobs, factory work, and even some jobs that people just starting out in a career might have. If your job is one where you do the things over and over, a computer can probably do it. If you can do your job from a laptop anywhere, someone else can do it too. They might be cheaper to hire. How to survive and thrive in the collapsing job market of 2026. Now, I know this sounds really bad. It is not the end of the world. It is a wake-up call. There are things you can do now to not just get by, but to do really well in this new economic reality. This is your guide to surviving and thriving in 2026 and beyond. 1. Keep learning and get new skills. The important thing you can do is to keep learning your whole life. Find skills that are hard for computers to do. These are skills that need you to solve problems, be creative, think critically, understand people's feelings, and communicate well with others. Think about jobs in planning, research, managing projects, or special technical fields. Take courses, get certified, and even go to short boot camps. Do not just learn one thing, try to learn many things that go well together. For example, if you work in marketing, learn how to analyze data. If you work in finance, learn how to use intelligence in financial modeling. 2. Get skills that artificial intelligence cannot replace. What makes a skill something that artificial intelligence cannot replace? It is anything that needs human instinct, creativity, empathy, or solving complex problems. Artificial intelligence can look at data. It cannot really come up with new ideas like a human can. It can process information. It cannot make real connections with people. Focus on developing these skills that make you human. Jobs that involve working with people, leading, negotiating, and creating art are generally safer. Think about becoming a manager who uses intelligence tools rather than being replaced by them. 3. Look for new markets. Start your own business. The old job market is changing. That does not mean there is no more work. It means there are opportunities. Look for areas that are not well served or are just starting to grow. Can you offer a service that artificial intelligence cannot do? Can you use your skills to start a side business that could become your main income? The gig economy is not perfect. It gives you a lot of flexibility and the chance to be your own boss. Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and YouTube allow you to make money from your expertise directly. Do not wait for a company to hire you. Create your value. 4. Build a strong network of people. In a job market, who you know is just as important as what you know. Make an effort to build and maintain a network of people. Go to industry events, connect with people on LinkedIn, and reach out to mentors. A strong network can give you leads for jobs, valuable advice, and support when things get tough. Many jobs are filled by people who know someone before they are even advertised. Your network is your safety net and your way to launch your career. 5. Be financially prepared. Finally, this is very important for people who watch American Finance with Michael. Be financially prepared. In a job market, having money saved is not a luxury, it is a must. Try to save at least 6 to 12 months of living expenses. Do not put all your money in one place. Understand that your job might not be permanent and plan your finances accordingly. This means living below your means, avoiding debt, and always looking for ways to increase your income. The American job market in 2026 is at a crossroads. It is a time, but also a time of great opportunity for those who are prepared. The old ways are. New ways of working are starting. Do not be a victim victim of circumstance. Be in control of your financial future. Learn, innovate, and build your strength. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to American Finance with Michael for honest truths about money and the economy. What do you think about the future of the job market? Are you worried? Are you preparing? Let me know in the comments. Your thoughts matter.